Learn all about living in Mérida, Mexico from Parrish, Kondra in this video interview with expats in Mexico. Why did you choose Mexico?
Well, that's the question I get all the time. $1 million question. Honestly, I've never been a Mexico guy. I was never vacationed here, never went to resorts here priorly. I was always a Hawaii guy. My family took us to Hawaii over the years. I had a timeshare in Hawaii. An opportunity came up to get involved in a business here with a very good friend of mine who started developing property down in Yucatan about 8 years ago. We did our research and made a couple trips up to Mérida and ended up purchasing the land where our current project is right now, and we're just 50 minutes outside of Mérida.
Yeah, which direction?
East of Progreso.
I see. And what's the name of the new development?
Caban Condos San Crisanto.
How many units are you selling?
We're doing 16 oceanfront condos. It's we're sold out. 13 of 16 units so far, and we're just starting the second level now. So the area, it's a very popular area for Canadians. Most of our buyers are Canadians. Canadians seem to love the area. It's a very different area than Riviera Maya, Playa del Carmen, Cancun, Tulum. It's just
how different. What makes it different?
They're so close to each other, but they're just number one, less touristy, which the majority of our clients have been and done. Playa, Tulum, Cancun. They're looking to retire in a more peaceful and kind of tranquil setting. They're something that's more affordable. Real estate is much more affordable, especially oceanfront. Our penthouses we sell for $250,000. The same property would be $600,000-$700,000 in Riviera Maya.
Sure.
There's not many people that can afford
Right.
those types of properties. So we're providing an alternative that's affordable for people looking for this type of property. It's a less touristy area, lower cost of living, full of history and culture. And I mean, I don't know if you've been to the area, but I know you've interviewed some people in my area before, and I've watched some of those videos. And the history of the culture, Mérida is just a tremendous city. So,
how long of a drive is it to Mérida from your development?
45-50 minutes.
San Crisanto. How big of a town is it? Is this?
It's a small little fishing village. Like I say, we're just about 20 minutes east of Progreso. So Progreso's the first beach town from Mérida. It's straight north from Mérida. Progreso's also a cruise ship port. It's a busy area. So we looked at land along that whole coast. We looked west at Chelem, Chiberna. We looked east, Chicxulub, Telchac, and we really fell in love with San Crisanto. It's just really, we think it's the most beautiful area, most beautiful beaches and water on this coast. It's a small fishing village. We have stores. We have some small restaurants. It's an area that's going to grow in time, but grow slowly. You're not going to see any high rises or resorts here, which is what we want, which is what our clients
Sure.
Also want.
So back to nature.
Correct.
What's shopping like there?
There's a few small markets around. Motul, which is another village close to us, has a beautiful fresh produce vegetable market. And then Progreso, they have bodegas, they have super keys, they have everything in Progreso. But for the big stuff, people are going to go to Mérida. They're going to go to Costco, Sam's Club. I always tell people, when you arrive to your property, you're going to load up in Mérida. You're going to stop at Costco, Sam's Club, get all your big stuff, and head out to your property on the beach. And then you can get all the small stuff locally.
So, but the cost of living in that community is quite low.
Yeah, like I say, I've lived I spend a lot of time in Riviera Maya. You know, nothing against it. I love the area. My girlfriend lives in Playa del Carmen, and I spend a lot of time in this area. And I've lived in this area, and I know the difference. It's pretty noticeable difference. Cost of living, yes.
Where do you live?
I live in Mérida, in North Mérida.
Oh, you do? Okay. So, are you renting or did you buy a house?
We're currently just renting. We're going to be. Our plan was to keep one of the condos in our phase one project, but they were just selling so fast. We decided to give it up. We're going to keep a unit in our phase two. We're doing a phase two project in about 6 to 8 months. And we're going to keep a unit in our phase two. But right now we're just renting. I'm renting an apartment in North Mérida.
And how large is your apartment?
It's a 2 bedroom. It's 2 bedroom, 3 bathroom. It's about 1,000 square feet, 1,100 square feet. And it's.
Is this an apartment in a complex?
Yes.
Okay. And how much do you pay for it?
That is 12,000 pesos and includes water, Wi-Fi, furniture, garbage. The only thing I pay for is power. It's brand new. It's about 2 years old. It's a nice property.
Yeah.
It's close to shopping plazas. Mérida is like I can explain. I always tell people it's kind of like two cities in one. You have the downtown, which is the old historical colonial area, which is beautiful, and you have the north end, which is the newer, the modern. All the new development is happening. It's like Mérida's like two cities in one, to be honest. I think most live in the downtown, the central area. I didn't find many living in the north. In fact, I would see expats every once in a while, but the majority of them are definitely in the downtown. And that's just because that's where they're told to go, or that's where they're told to rent, or that's where, they like to be. The downtown is beautiful. So if people want to walk around, be close to restaurants, to shops, to bars and pubs, the downtown is for them. I personally could not live in the downtown. I love it. I love visiting. Me and my girlfriend, we go all the time, go for dinner or walk around. But to live, it's very congested. It's loud, and I like having closer access to the beach, obviously. So
they have those wonderful old colonial homes that a lot of expats have remodeled. That is quite nice living.
Yeah, there's definitely the property market in downtown Centro is on fire right now. It's a lot of people. In fact, one of our buyers, a buyer of ours from Wisconsin, he bought a penthouse from us here in our phase one project. They also bought a property in downtown Mérida, an older fixer-upper, but they bought it for under, I think it was under $80,000. They're going to dump 20 grand into it. They're going to have a place to rent out and a place that they can use on the weekends or when they fly in and out of Mérida, a place to stay. So there's definitely, the downtown area is bustling.
What about nightlife there? Do you sample the nightlife fairly frequently?
A little bit, yeah. I'm not as active in the evening, late evening as I used to be, but definitely there's so many nice, cool bars, pubs. Mercado 60 is a cool environment. It's kind of like an open and like a food truck park kind of, but they have dancing, they have bands, music at night. There's so many places, so much going on at local authentic Mexican cantinas. La Negrita, that's a good cantina. There's lots happening, yes.
Are you plugged into the local expat community fairly well?
A little bit. Like I've only been in Mérida almost 2 years now, a year and a half or so. So I'm still kind of fresh, but a little bit. I mean, I travel. I'm kind of fortunate. I travel back and forth to Canada still quite frequently, so I'm always on the move. I'm either in Riviera Maya because my girlfriend lives here, or I'm in Mérida, or I do go back to Canada to visit family 4 times a year.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm busy with clients. It's just every day is different. So, but I do try to connect with some of the expats as much as I can. Yes.
Well, what are the things that you really love about living there?
You know, there's so much. Obviously, the climate. It's ironic because I suffer from really bad allergies and asthma. When I was a teenager, I'm always congested, and my doctor told me when I was about 18 years old, the only way you're going to be able to breathe properly, because in Saskatchewan it's a dry climate. It's lots of agriculture, lots of dust, and I'm allergic to all that. And I suffered a lot. And he said the only way to clear that up, to breathe, is to move to the ocean. And it's kind of funny because that's what I did. And so for me, it's not only, it's a health benefit as well. I feel better, I breathe better. But you know, the climate, the people are amazing here, obviously. Where we are in San Crisanto, it's really, you're in touch with the community. You're in touch with the locals. We're not in a heavy expat touristy area like Playa del Carmen. So you interact and you bond with the locals. All of our workers are from the area. I know, you know, most of them on a first name basis. You get to know the people, so that's what really drives me, and I enjoy.
So Mexico is your new home.
I can't see myself living in Canada again. No, I love where I'm from. It'll always be, you know, where I'm from. But Mexico is my home, and my future is definitely here.
Thanks so much, Parrish, for taking the time to talk to us today.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me, and appreciate the interview.